We found a survivor in the forest. He says the wendigo let him go. I work with a volunteer search and rescue team in northern Montana. Most of the time we're responding to injuries, lost hikers, the usual. But last week we found a man barefoot, half frozen and covered in blood stumbling down a trail we haven't used in decades. We thought he was a missing hunter. He wasn't. We brought him back to base camp. He wouldn't tell us his name. Just kept muttering, "It let me go. It let me go," over and over like a prayer. He hadn't eaten in days. We offered food. He refused. When we insisted, he screamed. Said it would know. Later, while the others were out on a call, I sat with him alone, and he started to talk. He said he was part of a 3-man group hunting elk deep in the wilderness. Said one night something found their camp. Not a bear, not a wolf. Something tall, thin, bone stretched over skin, teeth like needles. He never called it a name, but I did. I asked, "A wendigo?" He flinched when I said it. "No," he whispered, "the wendigo." He said it didn't kill them right away. It took them one at a time, always at night, always when they were alone. It took Tom first, left only his tongue. Then it dragged off Caleb. He said he heard Caleb laughing as it took him, but it wasn't Caleb's laugh. By the third night, he was alone. He ran, got lost, starved, heard it whispering to him. Not words, just thoughts, promises. He said he saw it watching him while he slept. Said it left bits of his friends in the snow like breadcrumbs. And then, it let him go. Just like that. He said it stood over him at dawn, mouth full of Caleb's face, and whispered inside his mind, "You're already mine." I didn't know what to say. He looked at me with eyes that hadn't blinked in hours and said, "You don't get it. It's not out there anymore." Then he pointed at his chest. "It's in here." I didn't sleep after that conversation. He just sat there in the infirmary cot, staring at the wall, not moving, not blinking, like the thought of rest no longer applied to whatever was left of him. The next morning he was gone. No signs of forced entry, no broken windows. The med tent zipper was still latched from the inside. But the inside of the cot was wet. Not blood, not sweat, just wet. Like something cold had melted there overnight. We followed tracks as far as we could, but the snowfall had buried most of them. Just a trail of smeared boot prints that veered off the marked paths and disappeared into the timberline. That night I was posted at the south edge of base camp. Forest edge. Quiet. Too quiet. I couldn't shake the feeling something was just behind the tree line. Watching. Not moving. Just waiting for me to move first. At some point past midnight, I heard footsteps behind the mess tent. I went to check it out and found 2 things. 1, a chunk of raw venison missing from the storage cooler. It hadn't been sliced or bitten. It had been scraped apart. Nails, maybe. Something dull and rough. 2, a trail of footprints in the snow, barefoot. They led about 20 yards into the woods before they stopped, like the person who made them had either taken flight or vanished into the tree trunks. We logged it. Set motion cams, increased watch shifts. But 2 nights later, one of the volunteers went missing. We found what was left of him scattered across a tree like someone had hung clothes to dry. Ribcage split and hollow, tongue left whole, eyes gone. The cameras caught nothing but static between 1:13 and 1:21 a.m. And somewhere in that static, on a single frozen frame, we saw something. Something tall. Standing just outside the infrared range. And a few feet in front of it, him. The survivor. Smiling. Mouth open wider than I thought possible. Shoulders hunched like he'd grown something underneath the skin that didn't fit right. We shut down the camp the next day. I stayed behind to help collect the equipment. Last one out. Just me and the trees. I don't know why I opened the meat locker before I left. Curiosity, maybe. Or something closer to instinct. He was inside, not hiding, just crouched in the corner, naked, hands raw, skin torn at the fingertips like claws were trying to push their way out. His mouth was moving, not speaking, chewing. I didn't move. He looked up at me just for a second, and I swear he said something, but I didn't hear it with my ears. It was in my bones. "You don't have to run anymore." Then he vanished. No sound. Just gone. I still don't know how. But every night since, I hear something at my window. It doesn't knock, it just breathes. And sometimes, I catch myself breathing with it.